try to tighten up the movement and tighter, he's dealing with it. See, gotta deal with this. See that? I'm really trying to stab him and he's stopping me. Hey guys, thank you for checking out our video. My name's Sean Elders and this is Pinnacle Combat Arts. Like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the bell so you can be notified every time we get a new video. Today we're gonna be working on single knife versus empty hand. Let's get started. We have a whole program for shanking if somebody's trying to shank you, okay? We're going to be putting that out too also in our videos. But today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be just working some basic exercise of line angles of attack with the number one and going over some basic tapping and engaging, okay? So for instance, when we talk about tapping, we talk about passing the movement. So if they're trying to slice at me, I'm gonna bring my arm inside, I'm gonna wedge, and I'm gonna press all my energy towards his lower thigh. Notice my body, my hips are down, my butt's back. I'm putting a lot of energy forward, okay? And passing that motion just like this, okay? It comes onto the other side. I'm gonna switch my feet, what we call male triangle. You see? That's what we're doing. So I pass on the other side, okay? I can slap and hit, check, okay? Same thing on the other side. My hand comes up, goes to the eyes. My hand goes down, grabs the groin. We can go do different types of motions to deal with the attacks. See that? So that's the first part. I see a lot of tapping being done like this. They're standing erect, okay? Straight up, and they're not doing what they need to do. You need to push towards the body. You need to be smashing the face, okay? You need to be going to the eyes or going to the groin as you do this motion. That's the first part, okay? You need to be in the right position. You have to have the right structure for the right type of pressure, okay? So in other words, if somebody's pushing hard against me, for instance, if we're talking about like, if we're in a clinch position like this, my butt has to be back. My back needs to be at an angle, and that's very important when we're doing these engagements. So please do not do tapping like this. I can't stand seeing this. I also see it when you do the tapping. I see people straightening their arm out. Your arm needs to be at 120 degrees, okay, at least. You don't want to allow it to go all the way to 90 because 90 is weak and straight is bad, okay? The reason why is if I'm doing it to him and he comes across, if he's straight, I can cut at him. If he does it on the other side and he does straight arm, they're gonna follow the line of least resistance, okay? You gotta keep that in mind. So when I go in here, he's gonna engage at 120 degrees. If I'm at this angle here, 120 degrees, just like this, okay? That's very important. You have to have 120 degrees. That is the key. And then if it's 90 degrees, okay, that's weak too, because that will collapse. He's not gonna be able to hold that, and depending on how long my weapon is, I'm gonna be able to stab him. Okay, so that 120 degrees is a perfect, it's that perfect geometry. Okay, so he's passing and bringing it to my thigh. That's very important. He's passing it, bringing it, and I'm giving him some pressure forward. Okay, this is a very important exercise and drill. I can thrust this way too, thrust that way. I can slice this way. I can slice that way. I can slice down the middle like this. Try to get in a little bit closer to him. And I'm trying to get close. Now, when you're using an aluminum trainer like this, you need to be careful. If you're a beginner, you should be using something that's more padded. It has some, padding to it, so that when I'm trying to get him, that if I do make contact, it's not going to hurt him. You see, the aircraft aluminum, that can get you good, and that's not too much fun. But with the padded type of motion you can do, they have knock knives. This one's my brand of padded knife that we use for more impact type of attacks like this, see? And I'm really trying to push at him. I'm really trying to stab at him. And he's using his eye shots. He's using his different things, these different motions to try to attack. See, even if I come in like this, he's gonna do that. You see? He's dealing with it. That's the first aspect, okay, that you wanna do. The second aspect inside tapping is when I go like this, okay, I try to slap that arm to try to open up a new line of attack. He has to recover from it. Okay, so we pass it. When I come here, I slap the elbow and try to get past that and try to get him. So that's the next one. And so the timing on that is very important. Yep. And so he's not letting me do it, but it's going to take time for you to develop that. So slowly, when he engages, I slap right at the tricep and I try to cut. You see that? And that's the next one. I slap it and try to get in. Okay? Then the next one's going to be on the other side. When I come here, when he engages here, I grab the wrist and I try to deal with it. What he's going to do, if he's doing it to me, and when I come to this position here and he grabs my wrist, yep, he grabs my wrist, I drop down. You see how I did that? And then I'm going to cut across like this. Okay, and bring it back, and I go to the eyes. So he grabs my wrist, I'm going to go to the eyes, and notice how I brought that down. I cut the line down on top of him. See? Okay? So when I come here and I grab the wrist, I try to do it. Look what he did. He stopped me from doing it. I'm trying to do it, and he won't let me do it now. Okay? I have to try to pull away and do it. I have to disengage. See? So I'm going here, and I try to slap behind. I try to grab the wrist. He keeps me from doing it. I try to grab. Oh, almost got him that time. Up. And then see how he rotates and he engages it with this hand. Okay? So those are the two different ways that the feeder, me, if I'm the one trying to stab at him, he's going to develop that. Okay? So that is the basics of tapping. Okay? We're moving like this. Okay? So again, if I'm the one doing it, I pass and I go to the eyes. I want to pass, bring this, make sure I'm maintaining my forearm goes to the center. I use the center of my forearm. I don't want to go up on my hand. I want to use my middle of my forearm. I want to press to the body and keep this 90 degrees. 120 degrees. I go to the eyes. We can just tap the top of the head. We're passing it, bringing it to the thigh. Just like that. See? Okay. Then the next part is when he goes here, he tries to slap me, and I follow it just like that. Yep. 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 Grab my wrist. Yep. Yep. So he grabs my wrist. I drop. I punch him in the face. Okay. And so I have to do that. And so if I do it to him, I slap and he readjusts. I grab the wrist and he readjusts. I slap and he readjusts. See? I try to tighten up the movement, and tighter, he's dealing with it. See? Gotta deal with this. See that? I'm really trying to stab him, and he's stopping me. Okay? That's the point. So we develop it. You take your time, you start off slow, and you develop over time the basic essentials. Okay? Hope you guys learned something from this. I'll see you next time. Go to our website, pinnaclecombatarts.com. There you can find out more about what I do and the classes that I provide. Thank you guys so much for your support, and have a great day.